months of waiting, and we're finally here at the Pacific Crest Trail, southern terminus. We made it. 5 more months until we make it to the Canadian border.
And to Beck and Lawn, I got your ring, and I'll meet you at the northern terminus.
We got you.
The Pacific Crest Trail is a hiking and equestrian trail spanning 2,650 miles from the Mexican border all the way up to the Canadian border. For the next 5 months, my partner Matt and I will be attempting to complete this entire trail. Here's our adventure. I haven't seen a more beautiful place to wake up to. These are our tents. It's a messy setup. That's how we're gonna be for 5 months. Here's our campsite. I'll switch the camera around. This is what I woke up to this morning. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the border wall. There's our tent site. We actually met a guy last night. He's camping somewhere right over there. Huh? Say hi. We just set out on our second day, and this is the view we got right now. Stopping for lunch. Day 1, mile like 5 or 6. Making tuna tortillas. Now you can see me. We just set up camp for the second night. It's supposed to rain tonight, and we keep hearing a weird noise. I have no idea what it is. I gotta learn sounds out here. How you doing, Matt?
Doing pretty good. It says foxes and coyotes are animals that can make huffing, howling, and other sounds.
Okay.
Foxes are vocal animals that make a variety of sounds, and huffing is a warning that the fox is present and wants to be left alone.
That's the fox then, and it sounds like it's up by the next campsite, about half a mile up.
But it also says coyotes are active at night and can sound like dogs. But a lone howl could be a coyote trying to find its pack.
We're in a nice little secluded spot. Got a view when we wake up, and the trail is right back through that path, so we're not that far from it. And we're gonna try and get as far as we can today, hopefully like 9 miles. Tops probably, but the next town, Morena Village, is 10 or 11 miles next. So hopefully we can make it to that one. So we decided, just like a bunch of other hikers, to stay in the Morena Village cabins for a couple nights because in the mountains it's going to be snowing tonight. That doesn't sound very fun, especially after a full day of getting drenched. As you can see, our clothes are just hanging out here on the porch to dry. Everything is out here to dry. So here's the little cabin we're staying in. It's a cute little cabin. You set up your own mattresses and blankets. That's kind of cool. And it comes with a little furnace. And our view is stunning. And you can just sit on the bench, have a fire. Yeah. So we stayed here last night to wait out some very heavy rain. And tonight we're staying because they say it's going to be snowing in the mountains, which is exactly where we're going. So we're staying here for one more night, taking a 0 day. It's our first 0 day. Alright, so this morning we took off from the Morena cabins and we grabbed some good breakfast before we headed out. As we were heading out, we realized that Matt's pack was absolutely soaked and his water bladder had been leaking everywhere. We're hoping he just didn't close it all the way, but we bagged everything up and had to repack his pack a couple times to make sure it was suited for the hike. But yeah, now we're back on trail and we're gonna head out and see how far we can make it.
Got a story behind him.
No chance.
What did he say? I guess.
After trudging through the burning sun and some mud and snow, we eventually made it to Mt.Laguna Cabin's tiny home block.
Wow, that PCT is so fun.
Where do you guys think you're heading up after this? Like, where's your next stop like this?
Pioneer Mall.
How far is that?
52 mile. First place you can camp.
Okay.
They had 2 trains parked up there, and then they had an avalanche came down and train parts and stuff.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's a bit steep and fast.
I remember going, I think it was on the...
Oh man.
There's no way we should have made it this far.
Honestly.
And I wouldn't have the money to just get him out like that.
After that video footage of like 0.
Now you're on video.
Your one phone call us to the pound. Please do not put my dog.
All right, we just stayed 2 nights at the Mt.Laguna tiny home block. It was awesome. Saved us from a lot of rain. But now currently we're headed up the road to either hop back on the PCT later or just hike the 20 miles to Julian and, you know, kind of miss the high elevation snowstorm that's coming. Okay, so we're about 6 miles into walking to Julian, only about 2 hours. Doing pretty good, moving at a good pace. We do see the clouds kind of bunching up around us here, so we're trying our best. One thing we forgot to mention was we both shipped out like 4.5 pounds yesterday. And yeah, that's including our bear cans and some clothes and stuff, but we just didn't use it all, so we sent it home. After 3 hours and 8 miles of hiking up this road, we finally got picked up by a lovely man who's previously hiked the trail himself. He brought us over to Julian and we hit up the Miner Diner right away. Made it up to Miner Diner. Got some good foods. Our rest of our gang's hanging out back here. And we're gonna stay in a lodge tonight. What's our plan for the rest of the week?
Sleep.
Sleep. Good morning. It is Thursday, I believe. It's hard to keep track of days out here, but that is the day. And we just spent our first night in Julian. We're about to head out to Mama's bakery, and then when we're done eating there, we're gonna come back here, pack up our room, and we have decided to split a room until Saturday morning with another couple, so that's what we're doing. Our next video will more than likely be starting here in Julian as we're here for a few more days, so stay in tune and there will be more to come.